Just my first question, was there any consideration of goaltender switches at all, or was it just rolling with Chobak the whole game?
Oh yeah, she earned it yesterday.
Yeah.
She played great in the second and third, and I thought she was fine today.
And the game itself, after the game, I mean, it's a 3-game series, but not only does this have implications on this series, but for the NCAA tournament, is your message still just one game at a time?
Yeah, hey, that was a team that didn't want their season to end today. That came in here and took it to us at times, and they played desperate and they played harder than we did. And so now our backs are up against the wall too. When you go into a third game of a quarterfinal series, I mean, have no idea what's going to happen in the NCAA tournament. There are never any guarantees when it comes to trusting a pairwise. So we also need to play like our backs are up against the walls because they are.
And was the mood in the locker room after the game, was it like head down, or was it just like, all right, get back at it tomorrow? That's what we got to do.
I mean, you have to have time to have the head down because they know they let an opportunity pass them, and they know that we're capable of much more than what we showed today. So their heads are up by the end of the conversation, and they'll be ready to go tomorrow.
And then for you, you have a senior group, so I mean, you always have confidence in your team, but are you still just ready? I mean, are you still have that confidence? Obviously, you probably do.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the other team came in here ready to go today, and we knew they would. But you have to be able to match that and surpass it. I think our start was really, really strong. I think, we get a penalty that we didn't necessarily like, thought it was a 4-on-4, wound up being a 5-on-4 against, and they score on it. And the emotions of that moment sort of stunted our flow and our momentum. So that was frustrating. And I think Mankato carried that into the second period a little bit, and they won that period in shots and on the scoreboard. And I thought we made a push in the third a little bit better, but a little too late.
And then my last one, their special teams, I mean, they were perfect for their power play, and you guys couldn't get a goal. But was there anything that they did differently that you guys really weren't prepared for, or was it just really just lack of awareness on the special teams units?
Yeah, execution. Yesterday we were 100% perfect on the power play, perfect on the kill. They flipped it today, went 2 for 2 on the power play. That can't happen at this point in the season. And we had 3 opportunities on the power play and didn't score, and that can't happen. So I think it's just, there's timing in the games when these things come, and where the emotions are at that time. Sometimes power plays early when you score on them, it really helps the team out, and that's what they did and took advantage. And ours came late in the third. We got the 2, but we're already chasing the game at that point, down by 2. So there's just a lot more pressure on us at that point in the game. So it all depends on when they are, but certainly we want to be better.
All right, thanks, Coach. That's all from me.
Thank you.
I see Duncan coming on here, Coach. I just had a question. I've obviously watched a million of your games, and that's the most emotional I've seen your kids on the ice in some settings. Was there anything that was going on that was maybe throwing them off, or like not off necessarily, but your kids are so. And I guess I'm lacking how to explain what my question is, but was some of that? Do you think any of that played a role into the game at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think from yesterday there were some hits after the whistles and some plays around our net that we didn't like, taking some liberties with our goalies again today. So you saw a little punchback from us today. I thought both should have been 4-on-4s like Clara in the end, and it's a 4-on-4, and that's the way it goes. So if that's it, I think it's an emotional time of year when you're in the playoffs, especially when you see the same team back to back for what is this, our 6th time playing Mankato. You know each other pretty well. So I think the emotions get high, and it's just the way it goes. We certainly want to be better in those spots and know that we can be, and have to assume things aren't always going to go our way, and you got to just continue to work through it.
How much in a game like this do you miss Maggie Flaherty?
We miss Maggie every day. Every day she's a huge part of our defense, our offense. You know, she's usually in getting an assist on a lot of our goals, and her physicality and ability to sometimes single-handedly break out pucks for us. I think, you know, no one really is talking about it in the media, but it's a big deal for us.
Ask the question.
Yeah. Clint,
Hey, Clint here with News Tribune, and
Hi.
Burke had a pretty incredible game in goal today. And how do you guys overcome that? You know, when you come up against a goalie that's really having a great game.
Yeah, you know, we put 5 past her yesterday, and I think we just played into some of the schemes that they had. I think we should have had better looks. We had opportunities where we maybe shot it right at her instead of finding the opening or creating a rebound for ourselves. So that stuff sort of happens when you're gripping the stick a little bit and you fall, you know, behind by 2 goals. So when it's 1 goal, I think we would have been playing a little looser. Once they got the 2-goal advantage, you just start, you know, trying a little too hard and things don't go your way. So I think we're confident in our ability to put the puck in the net, and we know tomorrow will be it's a new day, so we'll bounce back.